Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video, I am going to show you something amazing. Are you ready for it? You probably saw it in the thumbnail, but I upgraded this. Exactly, I upgraded this and now it's way better, so let's see how much better it is. Alright, put it in there and... Oh, sorry guys. Oh, this is the wrong one. Here it is. Oh, don't want to show too much of the redstone now. Don't want to get too much of an in-depth detailed look at it. Alright, so here's another one with a 7-segment display. I wonder how the person got that. Number of double chests filled. Okay, so that shows how many number of double chests filled. Fill up from right to left or it won't work, and always start at this chest. Alright, so let's see. That double chest is filled, and it's not doing anything. Oh, you know what? It probably needs it to be filled all the way for it to count. That's pretty smart, you know. Ah, here it is. Counts, so let's see if number 2 works. Alright, filling her up. Let's see. Alright, number 2 works. And if number 3 works, I want to see what's behind this thing, you know? How's it working so well? You know what I mean? Like, how is it working so well? That's an issue. Well, I guess we can go fix... Ah, it did show up. I think there's an issue with something that I'll have to fix for the timings, but yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and see the redstone. Oh, I just remember the reason why that doesn't work. It's a really weird reason. I'll fix it later, but it has to do with something. Anyways, let's see what is behind it, and oh my gosh, there's a big 7-segment display program? Whoa. Now, I don't know about you, but having a 7-segment display that's programmed is pretty cool. Oh, these are left under here. Probably want to remove those. Well, that is pretty cool. And what is this? The readers? Nice. The individualizers to individualize each redstone line, so only one goes out per time. Good. And the outputters, which makes sure also help with the individualizers. So seems like everything's doing pretty well. You know what I mean? Well, everything's doing well. That's good. So you probably want to know how this works. Well, I'll tell you how it works right now. So how it works is it takes signal strength from the tests and it converts it. So we walk all the way down here, converts it, boom, right here, converts it, and you might see these piston thingies. These piston thingies just make sure there's only one redstone line that's not active. For instance, if you have one redstone line like this, you can see this one's not active. As soon as I turn on the other one though, oh, if I were to get rid of that piston, or the other piston, you can see now both are inactive. And it took an incredible amount of time to try and fix that, so I had to end up just putting a piston right there. Oh, no, right there. So that individualizes it, so it's good. By the way, these outputters actually don't do anything. I believe they are important, because if I don't have them, something might mess up, but I don't believe they're important anymore. These outputters used to just try to individualize them, but they're kind of bad, so I don't don't really need these outputters anymore. Kind of just remove them. There's no need for them anymore. So, yeah. As I'm tearing apart my own redstone contraption after realizing this part is completely useless. I already realized it was completely useless, but why not just tear it down on video? It's more fun that way. Alright, I'm almost done. And there's a lot of redstone. Alright. I'm just making sure I collect all the entities, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain it in more detail, and show you how hard it was to finally get out how to make a 7-second display, and to be honest, it's really, really cool. To be honest, you know those many YouTube tutorials that show you how to make a 7-second display? Well, they use interesting design with pistons where it moves cauldrons around, some of them. But what they probably don't show you is the design that I'm using. And I'm about to show you that real quick after I completely dismantle this. And make sure it is gone, because there's no need for it to exist. That's not a joke. There is literally no need for it to exist at the moment. Alright, I will probably cut out this part, but yeah. I'm slowly dismantling. Actually, I don't think I'll cut out this part. Alright, so we're close to being done. Alright, it's completely dismantled. Okay, that needs to be fixed. So now that that's completely dismantled, everything should still work. Yes, okay, everything does still work. That's completely good. Alright, so this 7-segment display is actually a really easy 7-segment display. So all you have is a programming table, at least that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know the official name of this, but essentially you have redstone laying down one way, and redstone on top laying down another way. And these right here are your outputs. As you can see, there are 7 outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 outputs. These outputs then go to the 7 segments of this display. So this output, for instance, goes from there all the way to this input right here for that part of the display, and that one goes over there. And what you can then do is program whatever you want, whatever number you want to show up on there. For instance, this number is 1, this number is 2, this number is 3, this number is 4, this number is 5. So they switch to the numbers, and it really works out nice and efficiently, I'd say. It really does work pretty efficiently. This thing right here might look complicated, but it's actually really simple, literally. So yeah, it's a really good display system, and the beauty of this, I can expand this to whatever scale I want it to be expanded to. So for instance, I could expand this for 100 double chests, and I could have like 3 displays here, and you can see like how many are filled up. Now, of course, your programming table would be extremely big, like multiple layers thick, or if you want to keep it one layer, it'd just be huge. But you get my point. It would be pretty darn big. But I guess that's what it is to make one of the 7-segment displays. Actually, sorry guys, it wouldn't actually be that thick. You would just have to make this 3 times. So that's 1, 2, 3. So you'd have 3 displays that can go up to 999 would be your max. So yeah, sorry for that mistake there. I didn't realize that at the time. So yeah. So there is a downside though with this, and it's that you really can't sort items. I think you still can if you have a storage system where the hoppers, go on top of the chest and then they like sort through. So I think this might be a feasible method to figure out how much of your storage system you have full. So if you know that you have 100 double chests in your storage system and it shows that you have like used 50 of them, then you know that you're half full. So that's really a bit of it. Now, my inspiration for this was from SciCraft. They have a slime farm, and for that storage system, which they have to sort through manually because of how the system is, they can see the percent of how much their storage system filled is and the millions. Now, of course, that one is a lot more complex than this one right here. This one is nowhere near as complex as the one they have built, but it's just a simplified design. It doesn't multiply or add, it just simply shows how much there are on a 7-second display. Now, this will probably be the last episode or video I make talking about these, as I kind of want to move on with maybe some 7-second displays. Doesn't mean that we won't build it on the FutureCraft server, which will be, there will be an update video coming out next video. I'm going to show you the update we have on the whole. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and hope you learned how to make some cool 7-second displays. So, yeah, have a good day and bye. One more thing before you guys go. This was my first ever creation on this particular world, and I basically tried to do the same thing as I did today, but as you can see, it was done a lot worse. You possibly already saw this in my last video, but I just want to look at it a bit more in depth so you can see what I mean by it's bad, and especially the 7-segment display. As you can see, there was just a bunch of wiring all around and underground wiring, and it was just all over the place. And eventually it got to the point where I had to put a line of repeaters all the way down so they wouldn't join in with this redstone. Look at that. It's broken right there. Like, it's just, this was just really bad. So, hopefully if you're going to make a 7-second display, you don't do what I did. And remember, this was the first redstone build I've ever made. And then, of course, I made more, and maybe I'll review some of these with you. Like, for instance, this one, that one, and maybe some others, if you want to see them. So, just say in the comments, like, hey, I want to know what's inside that big tower, or hey, I want to know what this thing was, or, or hey, what's this for, Yeah, look at this and yeah, just like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Way better than my first ever one. It was this big. Oh my gosh, it was monstrous sized. Then I decided to, rescale down. So I always learn from my mistakes on how to make things better and more efficient. This for my 4-piston extender. 4-piston extender. This was the first one I ever made, and look how big that is. Not to mention that it goes underground a bit. So, it was big. I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna recreate it. I recreated it. Look how much smaller that is. So I always try to recreate things. I always try to get inspiration from big servers or whatever to make stuff. And yeah, recreating this was definitely fun. So yeah, I guess this is the true buy now. And remember, more Future Craft episodes coming out in a while, so not too long. So yeah, goodbye, and yeah, remind me in the comments if you want to see some stuff around here, and bye.